Good morning. Another beautiful day knocking out them 660s. While I'm doing my 660s, check out the next footage of the next rope skills I got going on. Enjoy. All right, my friend Mark asked if I could go into a little bit more detail on how I rig up my rope treadmill. So I'll show you how I do it on a beam or a limb and how I do it on a ladder. Before I built this station here, I used to climb out of a tree limb. If you're using tree limbs, even if it's a big beefy limb, I suggest you make sure it's rigged in a way that that limb's backed up. I have heard in the past people using limbs that they climbed off of and trained forever and they broke on them. So just be careful what you're tying off to. This beam here, super solid. I've been climbing off of that. To make it simple, I just throw a sling over the top here. It doesn't matter how much rope you have. The length determines how much resetting you'll have to do. The short end, the end that you're going to climb off of, goes into the rack first. And when you first do this, I start with all the bars. And then as you use your rack more and as the rope gets worn more, you're going to have to decide how many bars you use or the kind of configuration that gives you the proper amount of friction to belay yourself. When I first started, this was the setup. I'd run it through the rack, and then I would add a carabiner up here to the rig point so that it would redirect this rope out, and it would go down to the majority of the rope is sitting down on this end. That way you can hold on to this to belay or belay with the bars. My friend Chad, who climbs a lot, recommended me adding a pulley out to this side, and then that separates this rope out here. And I've really enjoyed that. With the friction that I have and how old my rope's getting and things, I've actually pulled it off this top bar here by doing that and run it through a carabiner here. The pulley was a little too much. Dropping this bar was too much. So now having this redirect, when I climb on this side, I just barely have to hold on to belay. It's what works best for you. All right, now I'll show you how I do it on the ladder. On the ladder, it's a very similar setup. The key is you have to use a ladder that's rated to be climbed on both sides. The advantage to the ladder here is that it's stable. It's convenient because you don't have to have high help at your house, and anybody can climb now using a system like this. Put both slings, one grabbing each side of the top rungs here. And then you clip it in just the same way that I did on the other anchor. And I'm going to redirect up through a carabiner here, and you climb on the short end and your long end's over here. And climb away. On the ladder, as you climb, you just hold onto the rope to belay, or you can use the bars and belay yourself. Cool thing about the ladder, if you're new or if you climb a lot, you can use these bars and just kind of hold on gently as you climb, and that'll kind of assist you as you go. The big takeaway with the ladder is you want this positioned so that if it were to tip backwards, I like to put it for a wall behind me so it would stop it. And if I went forward, I could land on my feet. Just be careful with what you're doing. Okay, when you're setting up this system, you need to be careful how you access to rig your rope in. When I worked over on a tree limb, I used to have a permanent access line that I could clip in while I walked up my ladder because I'd stand on the top of the ladder. And if I wasn't clipped in, it would be unsafe. Now, I liked holding onto the ladder rung so much that on this station, I actually added 2 slings over here so I could just barely hold on. In that way, it allows me to kind of self-belay myself and climb in a comfortable way. You can hold out to the left, or you can use the bars as well. Last thing, if you're not paying attention and this rope comes through the end, you could get hurt. So if you're worried about missing that step, make sure you put a knot in the end of your rope, and that'll keep you from falling out of the rigging point that you got. All right, now you just got to climb away, find what works best for you, and have fun with it. All right, friends, Here comes the end of the rope. First 660 down. Hope you all enjoyed that footage. All right. Might be a little cloudy, but it's a beautiful day. Go out, get them push-ups, sit-ups, do something fun. Makes you feel good, I promise. All right, I'll see y'all later. I got 2 more 660s.